morning, everybody. I'm Bob Marrone along with Michael Blakey. We are here live at the ShopRite in New Rochelle, and I got a free hat. The ShopRite in New Rochelle for the 6th annual Stuff the Truck. This benefits Feeding Westchester. Bring food, bring money. We'd like it. Of course, we're here today, Saturday, December 4th at ShopRite in New Rochelle from 10 to 3. And again tomorrow, that's Sunday, the 5th at ShopRite New Rochelle, again at 10 to 3. Come by. We have a booth out in the front of the store that all of you come to do your grocery shopping. We're produced this afternoon by Shaw Creative and made possible by Norcom, trusted solution advisor. Of course, Westchester Talk Radio, ShopRite, Entergy, or rather, I should say Ent Allergy, Robeson, Holtec Insurance, Jaguar and Rover of New Rochelle, principal sponsors, Land Rover, Mount Kisco, Jaguar, Land Rover, White Plains, and anyone else who wants to pony up money to make these things happening. Again, I'm Bob Marrone, and our first guest of the day, no stranger to Westchester Talk Radio, Barry Fein. He is the Director of Sales and Engineering at Norcom Solutions. Good morning, sir, and thanks for being the first person to show up and help us out. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, and also want to thank you very much for taking time today out of your schedule and volunteering your time.
Well, this is something we do every year, and plus I got my free hat, so I'm happy. That's good. I wanted, other people had scarves, but I'll be cold. I can handle it. Actually, you've done this before with us, and what is your commitment to this? Why this? Why this particular event?
You know, I've met Andrew a few years back, and I love the causes and his energy that he brings. Andrew's the owner of Shaw Creative, and the causes, and this is a fantastic cause, helping people. Throughout my career, I've come across different food banks, different groups looking for any kind of funding to help with feeding people that need food. It's amazing. It's a great need in this region that people really don't pay attention to as much as they should.
Well, a little bit has to do with you, too. You know, the last time I ran into you, other than for this event, I had pink fingernails. You were involved with the American Cancer Society as well. That seems to be a little bit in your DNA, these kinds of assistance issues, aren't they?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm the chairman of the regional board of the American Cancer Society.
It's pretty cool. It's nice that they actually make people like you. So tell us a little bit about Norcom and what you do and what services you provide.
Norcom, we provide services on a national basis for companies looking for ways to help increase productivity, reduce expenses.
It's hard in this day and age. You know, every few weeks, it seems, there's a new technology or a faster technology, and even with the social media stuff, one form replaces another in no time. How do you manage that? I mean, how do you stay on top of all this?
We have a great team of people. We're just constantly doing research, and we're staying on top of whatever the trends are and understanding our customers and needs. I think that's the biggest part. We spend a lot of time with our customers.
What's the biggest problem that you think you solve right now? Of course, there are several, but that you see almost every day that people are looking for.
How to get the most out of people that need to work from home, and how to get the highest amount of productivity.
You'd think I would have thought of that. How do you fix that?
Again, you have to understand the need and make sure that they have the right tools, and make sure you understand how people are communicating and they're getting the most out of the tools that they have.
Are you finding, as a result of what you implement, or even before you get there, that people are more or less productive, or is it a bell-shaped curve, as most things are?
It's a bell-shaped curve. I think everybody enjoys working from home, and that presents its own challenges.
Well, the problem, as you know, the problem with working from home, and during pandemic we've all done it, is you mix your homework with your, 1 minute you're writing a script or doing whatever it is you do, and the next minute you're walking the dog, or your wife asks you to do something. And it's hard to separate the two. Also, the best benefit is not commuting. You have some people that honestly aren't doing the work. I mean, bosses, do they ask you about that?
I think every organization understands that's a challenge.
Yeah, that really is the challenge. So what's the most common solution that you'll implement?
We provide a variety of tools for collaboration, improving collaboration, so people can do video conferences more effectively, chat with their counterparts wherever they have located throughout the United States, throughout the region, or just in the office next door. So just ways for them to really share the information that helps drive productivity.
Okay, so that's big. Now, do you Do you recommend any specific type? For example, some people use Zoom, others will use any number of different applications. Do you have any preference? Is anyone better than the other?
We have our own preferences and recommendations, but it's ultimately up to the customers themselves to choose what they want.
Okay.
And so we can recommend Zoom. We can recommend Google Chat.
Google Chat, yeah.
We can recommend a whole bunch of products, including a product that we know very well called My Team Meetings. So there's a variety of things.
So that's a problem. It exists today. You're addressing it. It sounds like you know your way around it better than most, as you're frankly supposed to. What else do you do? You've been around for a while. How long has the company been in existence?
We've been around for close to 25 years. So
Big difference between what you were doing 25 years ago.
well, we started off as a company that was building applications. The name Norcom comes from Nortel. And
Okay.
so we were building applications for Nortel as a product and solutions for them. And we found that we had great customer service, attention to detail the customers wanted, and asked us to take more ownership of the entire process. So we don't just do the applications, we do the entire solution.
Not as a pejorative, but could we say that you were a geek? I mean, are you a techie guy? I mean, I know you do sales and you raise money for charities and such, but are you also a geek? I mean,
I would describe myself as a geek. Yeah.
okay, that's from my world. That's a compliment. Okay,
I appreciate that,
because
thanks.
it means you understand a whole different language that I can't even hope to understand. What's coming down the road? Now that we think COVID's easing, but we'll see with this new variant. What do you see coming down the road? What's going to be the next thing that people will look for?
I think they're comfortable with some of the tools that they have when they work from home. And as they come back to the office, how do you then start to use those same tools the same way that you were using them before? Also, I think the challenge is going to be of how do you integrate people, customers, opportunities into these new solutions more effectively?
My guest is Barry Fein, no stranger to these microphones. He's the Director of Sales Engineering, which is really interesting because that's the nicest way I've seen will help you implement the solution that I've ever, because that's what that is.
Yeah.
You know, you're actually engineering the solution. We can't say, you know, I'm going to sell you a phone or I'm going to sell you a new video conferencing system. It's whatever the solution calls for. He's been at this a while. Norcom Solutions, 535 Broad Hollow Road in Melville, New York. Now, how long have you been with them the whole 25 years?
Yes, and that's our office on Long Island, and then we also have an office in Terrytown.
Okay.
And our office in Terrytown is 220 White Plains Road.
Okay. Give them the phone number, and then I have another question or two for you, but give them the phone number and website.
Our phone number is 877-NORCOM1. It's NORCOM1. And our website is Norcom. It's NORCOM.TECH.
Say it again.
Norcom. That's NORCOM.TECH.
Now, here's my other question. Those little white trucks, I like them. I actually paint them. Please, no laughing. I take them home and repaint them in different designs. Do your trucks look like that? Or is that just a standard model truck?
It's a standard model, but we actually do have a truck that looks like that.
Okay. Oh, just one?
Just one.
So I've been painting these, and yeah, I do that because it's a long story at home. But
We all have
anyway,
our hobbies. That's
no,
the
no,
hobby.
it's I do it to make fun of one of the other hobbyists in the house. But go back 25 years. This really is just me. What were you providing then that you can't even believe you were providing 25 years ago? A new phone system?
I think cabling was a much larger part of phone systems back
Okay.
then. We do cabling today, but it's got a completely different meaning. Back then, when you install cables in phones were kind of like weapons. They weighed a ton. They maybe weighed 5-10 pounds. The actual phone itself, and had a 25-pair cable at speed talk coming into the back of the phone. And so it was a lot of equipment to have just one phone system working. Today it's a lot flexible, a lot more flexible. I would never have thought about networks and switches, what it takes to make voice work today.
Okay, now another question. In fact, you can help I do a lot of political radio work. How worried are you that in this wireless world, our systems are vulnerable from a security standpoint?
There's always going to be a geek kid, teenager,
Thank God.
whatever, and hanging out trying to take advantage of whatever the systems are, whether it's wherever it is, wherever they're located. And I've seen locations as far away as Chile, all the way to Siberia, to China, It's not to the Ukraine, to parts of Europe. Um, People are trying to get our network. So once you go wireless and you put something on network,
There's a vulnerability
anywhere
there.
in the world.
Yeah. I see Michael Blakey now taking notes so that he can jam up some. He's our engineer and sidekick, folks. We need another and broadcaster in his own right. And he's over there doing the technical part, planning his next attack on New Haven, let's say. So 25 years ago with the cabling. Okay. Before we let you go, what size businesses can we assume you'll address?
Anywhere from a small office, maybe 5 people, all the way up to thousands. I had a meeting this week where I had looking at a phone system for an organization with close to 10,000 users.
Wow.
So we can scale all the way up.
You're a busy man. Well, okay. Well, folks, Norcom Solutions. Again, we're going to give you the Tarrytown address since a lot of you are Westchester Talk Radio fans. One more time, the address here in
220 White Plains Road in Tarrytown, New York.
the phone
Phone number is 877 Norcom 1.
and the email address.
Email, if you want to reach out to us, it's contact us at norcom.tech.
Right. And I'll add to this if you want to go on their website. It's www.norcomsolutions.com. His name is Barry Fein, Director of Sales Engineering, and he's actually as nice as it sounds. And again, the first time I met this man, he was raising money for cancer, and I wouldn't even get into all the other things he does. Good business, better person. Thank you very much, Barry Fein. Thanks for coming out and helping us here today.